Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a project share with you guys. I was doing some of the bead creatures from the set that I got from BeeBeeCraft. And as you know, BeeBeeCraft, they have a YouTube program where if you have at least 100 subscribers, you can contact them through their website about doing a few videos for them, unboxing, and a few project shares. And they in turn send you about $40 worth of product for free. So if you have a YouTube channel and you haven't tried them out yet, that's a perfect way to try out the company. This bead kit that I got, it was a Halloween set, and it was the bead keychains, and I've done all but 2 of them, so I'm going to show you guys the last 2. I went directly by the pictures for the keychains, including which string that they had on there, so I will be doing the pumpkin and the skull because they're the easiest. And the pumpkin has black string and the skull has white. So we're going to be doing it that way. I am going to do the skull first. And usually all I do is take off a length of string that I think will be sufficient. I don't measure anything. I don't think they have any measurements on here. Excuse me. So, yeah. Now, after I cut the string, they have on here, and the reason I left these 2 as well is because they both have different style fasteners on it. And again, I just go directly by what they show in the picture. So we are going to use this clip first, and all I do is find the ends together, bring it down, and then you just loop it in there, and then pull the loop over and pull the strings out. And then you just tighten it up. Now, this will move a lot until you start putting the beads on. So as you're putting the beads on, just make sure that you have that tight. Now, for the other end, because it is string, when you cut it, it frays a bit. So it's really hard to get through the beads if you just leave it like that. So what I do, I take some matches, and you can't leave them on there too long or it will burn right through the string. So I just take the tips and burn them. And you can see right there, that's what they look like when they're done. It makes it a lot easier to get the beads through, or the string through the beads. Okay, so we're going to have the picture sitting right there, and you start, obviously you start at the top right here. So you see that there's 4 white beads. So what you do is you take one end, one side of the string. It doesn't matter what side you start on. For the first couple rows, it doesn't really matter. And you're going to put 4, and I just dropped one. I'm going to have to find that one. You put 4 beads on here. Okay, we're going to take that out. Make it a little bit easier to get. There we go. All right, and then you take the other string and you're going to go through the beads again, but this time from the opposite end. And you're going to go through all 4. And then you just pull them. Hang on. There we go. You just pull them all the way down. Now, you want to have the keychain mostly in the middle, as much in the middle as you can get. So you want to pull it tight. And then the next row has 6 white beads. I used to make lizards with these types of beads. I do it all the time. And I had so many of these. I had a lot of different colors. And I've got a lot of beads for projects like this. All right. So then, again, same thing. You're going to push through all of the beads. Sorry, I'm out of frame. I knew that was going to happen. And it's not wanting to focus. There we go. But having that hard bit right there makes it a lot easier to pass the beads right through. So then you're just going to pull. And for the first couple of rows, you can fix it fairly easy. Once you get longer, you know, like further away from it, you can't fix those top rows very easy anymore. So that's why you want to have everything fixed before you move on. All right, so now the next one, we've got 2 white, a black, 2 white, a black, and 2 white. So that's literally all you do. You do it the same way. So you put the 2 white on, then you put the black one on. You're just following what's on the picture. Now, I will say sometimes they get more complicated, but some of these were fairly straightforward. The only one that was really hard for me, I had to think about it for a little while as I was working on it, was the angel. The angel was pretty difficult to figure out which way to how to do the wings. That was difficult. But once I figured that part out, the rest of it came together like super easy. And I'm sure you hear the cat in the background. He is in a room shut in so that I could do the video, and he doesn't like it. But he's been ornery, so yeah. All right. So there is that one. And like I said, as you go on, you just make sure that everything, and it'll curl up like that. Don't worry about it, because you can always bend it down as you're going. So you can kind of see the beginning of the skull. All right, so next we've got the nose part of it. So we're going to go ahead and put the 3 white on. And I might just show the skull one since this is taking longer than expected. But the pumpkin one is pretty much just as straightforward as the skull. The other ones were more difficult. They definitely were. But I do have all of them done other than the pumpkin, so I can show you all the rest of them. So there we have his nose in the middle. I'm sorry if I keep going out of frame. have the camera sitting in front of me, and instead of looking through the camera to do this, I'm looking down at my hands. So I keep pulling them closer to me. All right, and there is the last one. So then we can pull that, again, flatten it out so that you can pull the string tight. All right, there we go. All right, so we are on, I like starting from the left. I don't know why, but I always start on this side whenever I do this. The only time I don't is if it requires, like the wings, they required one string going through all of that and then back out. So that's the only time I don't do it. All right, so there's that one. That row. And once I get done, I will show you how I finish it off as well. And you will see, you do have to be careful when you're using the matches on these, because of course they're plastic. So they will burn if you leave the match too long. And some of them, they do, like with the white ones, they will, they'll turn black. So yeah, you want to be careful with that. All right, so now we have 4 of the black beads. And most of these beads were in perfect condition. I did have a few broken ones, but it did not affect making all of the items. And I was given some extra beads as well. The purple beads I didn't even use. They didn't have, none of the characters had the purple beads. So I don't know if it was just so, like, if you wanted to change the angel's face and hands, because that's like the perfect amount right there. So it could have been that. And then the last row, we've got 4 of the white. And then I will show you how I finish these off. And then I can show you all of the ones that I did do. All right, so. And I know I'm not talking a lot. I don't usually talk while I'm crafting because I focus on the craft alone. Otherwise, sometimes I will do steps wrong. So I like to focus. All right. So there we have our skull. So then to just finish this off, I'm going to move the beads out of the way. What is that stuck on? Oh, it's stuck on that. Okay. I'm going to move, and look how much string is left over. So I've made one of every single one, and there is a good amount of string left. So you can do all kinds of projects with this. And you're not limited to what's on the paper. You can, you know, create your own. You can probably look online and find some as well. All right, so all I'm doing is making a knot down here. And just making it as tight as I can. It's the same, I'm just doing a simple knot. Right as close to the bead as you can get it. Okay, so then what you do is you take your scissors and you just cut off the ends. Okay. So we're going to cut off both ends. And then you do the same thing with this that we did at the beginning. Take a match. And you hold it over this. Now, see how that burnt? It's because I let it go too long, and that side didn't quite get the, oh, there we go. So this is definitely, if you make any of this with your kids, don't let them do that part, of course, but it is a project that kids, you know, could definitely do. All right, so there we have our skull. And you can see like the black on the beads, which you can turn them to the back. So there, you don't have any more black there. Anyway, but that should hold it. That should like kind of fuse it to the string around it. So then it shouldn't unravel. All right, so first up, we've got a spider right here. And I really like this one. I thought it was super cute. But yeah, so we've got the spider. This one, again, was fairly simple to follow along. And all I did was follow along with the pictures, because the only instructions on there are for the pumpkin. So I followed along with the pictures. Now, because I have done these before, it wasn't as difficult for me to do. However, someone starting out, hang on, I need to get, one of the beads fell. For someone starting out, you definitely want to have some instructions to show exactly where to put the string. All right, so next we have Frankenstein's monster right there. So we've got that. Then we have a cat. I thought these were so cute. Oh, I loved these. This kind of project is very calming to me, and so yeah, I love doing it. Now, here is one of my favorites. This is a bat. I thought this one was super cute, so I liked that. If I do it again, I would definitely use the black string. But yeah, I really liked the bat. Then we have our ghost, and you can see how I'm pushing the beads down and everything. They go right back into shape. It's not difficult to move at all. So there you have your ghost. Then we have another one of my favorites. I absolutely loved this one. This was probably my favorite to make. He is so cute. I couldn't help it. Oh my gosh, he is adorable. So you have a skeleton here, and I just love it. I love him. He is fairly large. I mean, he is as long as my hand. So he is fairly a large project. But yeah, I liked doing him. And then the last one, and the most difficult, is the angel. Now, you guys might be looking at her and thinking she's not difficult, but she is. Because you're not just using the two strings together. You have to take one of the strings and go through these beads the correct way. It was difficult to figure out at first. Because again, like I said, I only have a picture to show me what it looks like. But I did get her completed. So I was very proud of myself. But yeah, that is all of the projects except for the pumpkin, like I said, which, you know, the pumpkin's pretty much just as straightforward as the skull. And I'm trying to see if I can get all of these in the picture. There we go. So yeah, that is what they all look like. Oh, I got an extra string right there. Let's get that out of the way. And again, I will have BeeBeeCraft's link in the description box. I will also have the link to this particular kit in the box as well, in the description box as well as a coupon code, which is good until 2022 or 2023. I can't remember, but I have it all written down. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.